What could be defined as unfinished? If a product is released, is it not complete? There have been many projects in film and media where during the editing process, the studio and director bump heads and pieces are swapped or taken out, making the project feel slightly incomplete. And then eventually it's released out for the world to see, and the reception is never quite what the author intended. But there's also sometimes they can breathe new life. As was for the case of Hideo Kojima and his production studio as they were releasing the finale of their Metal Gear series, they had a lot of stumbles throughout production and were almost able to make the best title in the series. Yo, thank you for clicking the video. It's your boy Skater V, and in today's video we're doing a review on Should You Play Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Now this game has an interesting backstory because it requires you play the previous title, Ground Zero, which is a 2-hour tech demo, and then that is also a follow-up to the previous game, Peace Walker. Now regardless of playing the previous titles and knowing all the lore, you can kind of go in this one alright. Now the very beginning has its own different type of intro, as in you're gonna go and try to figure out on not just how you're gonna rebuild this whole place, but what are the main future and operations that you have planned for the beginnings of this new system you're gonna have called the Diamond Dogs. Now this is where the vision got slightly hindered, where if you know anything of Hideo Kojima, he's a master visionary. Now he was trying to end the conclusion of his Metal Gear franchise, which is known to juggle many themes like espionage, politics, and war. Now while I won't spoil the story, you do get to play as the role of Venom Snake. Now there's a light RPG element where you have to actually maintain and be on top of your base of operations. Now the story is a wild one which comes to no new thing for Metal Gear, but the cinematic set pieces that they've added to the cutscenes are something completely new to the series. While there are cuts to the edits, there's also a lot of single long takes that really add to the emotional feel to some of the moments that are happening. Some of the camera work meets higher standards than some films now, as there's amazing wide shots where you can see lovely vistas and intense close-up shots where you can really see some of the animation details. Now in my reviews I never try to explain how to play or the gameplay mechanics because I feel that it's something that you're going to figure out as you're playing the game, like anything else, right? But this one is kind of special, as in there's just a lot going on, and I think even if you're fully invested, it is kind of hard to really grasp everything in one shot. Well, I will say, while all the tools are useful and super cool to use, it's not fully necessary to collect everything and try to go and grab all the items in your run, because I think you would still beat the game without any of those things necessary, because in the end it is a stealth game, so technically you can beat the game without ever having to really shoot, or if you are going to use your weapon, it's for certain moments, and if you are a marksman, you know what that you say you are, then you should be able to go through things pretty fast with even just simple type of weapons. Now when it came to the story, I thought it was interesting and I kind of enjoyed it, but there is a moment where it does turn left. Now when it came to the voice acting, I thought it was incredible, top there, but it isn't as, I would say, talky as some of Hideo Kojima's previous works, where if you've seen those, sometimes characters will have just long monologues, and in this one I think some of the characters not as talkative, but when they do talk it is more impactful with that. Now there's a moment where the game turns where it has you backtrack and do a lot of missions that you already did, which does hurt the story because it just elongates the moment where you really want to see where the end is supposed to be. And now to answer the question, should you play? And I say only yes if you get the definitive edition because it comes with the extra stuff. Now if it's a case that you've never played the Metal Gear games, I would definitely suggest maybe trying a different title in the series, but this is still one of the best stealth games ever.
The chain of retaliation is what will truly bind this world together as one.
8 unnecessary plot twists out of 10. I didn't mean to diss you, Hideo. No, Ocelot, spin that Get the camera.
Incoming transmission.
Evening. It's Solid Snake over here. I appreciate that you watched the video, but Ocelot slipped me some intel and I kinda noticed that you weren't subscribed to the channel?
Oh, no!
Better yet, how about you switch this broadcast over to Skater V's Twitch site? How about you head over and mess with him on chat and try to perform some CQC on him? So it's your boy Skater V. I post every Monday and Friday, and please check out the channel to see more. Until the next one, I'll catch ya. Peace!